media?
In Britain there's 5 billionaires, extreme right-wing billionaires, own 80% of our press. But they don't just own 80% of our press, they also own huge tranches of our TV stations, our magazines, production companies, news agencies, cinemas. So almost everything we watch, listen to or read in Britain is affected by these 5 right-wingers.
Could you tell me who those are, those 5 right-wingers?
Yeah, sure. The biggest one is News International here, which is Rupert Murdoch. The second biggest one is Daily Mail, and that's owned by Lord Rothermere. The third one is Richard Desmond's The Express Group, and the fourth and fifth are the Berkeley brothers, who own the Telegraph Group. 80% of our media, 5 people.
What stories would you like to see covered more? What stories would you like to see covered more in the news or in the media?
Yeah, well, we argue that when you have 5 people from a specific tiny section of society, the billionaire class, all of the news is skewed towards their agenda, so making money from them. And so we argue that because of that, the media has facilitated a huge transfer of wealth from the working classes, the poor, and the middle classes to this tiny rich section of society. And the second thing that they've done, doing that, to accumulate those billions, the planet has been trashed. So what we would like to see a media that covers the interest of 100% of the 0.1%. So that means stories that affect housing for poor people. It affects the transfer of wealth from developing countries into British tax havens. It covers things like the privatisation of the NHS against our will. Those are the issues that we think should be covered. And of course the climate crisis. For the next generation, there will not be a planet. My generation is trashing the planet for you guys. And that's why the media needs to treat that as a #1 emergency, rather than being denying it. Desmond denies it, Murdoch denies it, Rothermere denies it. The people who own our media are benefiting from trashing the future for the young generation.
How do you think the media portrays Muslims?
The fear. I think the issue around Islam is not a black and white one, but the real challenging one that the media misses is that who was the largest generator of terrorism in the Western world? This is not a radical free press person speaking. This is somebody who's quoting the secret services of Britain. When millions of us were on the roads protesting against the Iraq war, that it shouldn't happen. The secret services were inside Downing Street telling the Prime Minister that if he did Murdoch's will and invaded Iraq, it would inflame